Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, your 38th favorite dad in the family community, Papa West, Jacob West, here for another exciting matchup. We are still in the first round of the singles tournament. It's going. It's going, just to say the least. Will it ever end? Maybe. I hope so. Because Ryan, the Carmel Mountain pain in my ass, keeps bugging me. Ryan, I'm working on it. Quit being good at trivia, and then we wouldn't have this issue. But no, you had to win a championship, so you have to defend? Who says that's the case? I don't know. But you want an opponent. I'm working on it. We are going into this tournament. I don't remember exactly what number match this is because I didn't count them. I just know who we're playing. We have the number 7 seed, Joe Farrely, Mr. Hot Fuzz himself. Mr. I've won a belt in almost every single league out there, except for this one, and my team's league. Ha, Joe, suck it. Versus, it was supposed to be Bruce Boyd at the number 26 seed. Bruce, who we watched beat his brother in a singles match, but really we watched him a lot in teams. His brother, Steve, just won the Fantasy Football League for year 1 of TMG Trivia. So Steve chose to do a number 1 contenders in teams, where him and his brother currently compete in. So we have seen the BS Bros quite a bit in teams. Haven't seen a lot in singles, but unfortunately, just personal life stuff like that happened. Confidence in his ability to beat Joe. We'll talk. We don't know exactly why, but Bruce did unfortunately step out of the tournament. So I took my little bucket. I put my hand in. I reached around, kind of swirled up the pot a little bit, and pulled out a random name. And that name is Ethan Hubbard. Ethan, very unknown. I've actually never been on call with him yet. Hopefully that changes very soon. But apparently he has partook in other fan leagues. He has been on a call with Joe. He has played Joe, and he got knocked out by Joe. So he didn't have a lot of confidence going into this. But hey, it doesn't matter about your past. It matters about your future, your present. It matters about the future. Because any given Sunday, any NFL team can beat any NFL team. Any given day, whenever we record these, anybody can beat anybody in online movie trivia. It is possible. I will say, this is unfortunately one of the first videos since I've taken over that I'm not able to actually partake in it. I had to have a friend help me out because I'm a busy person. So Chad Webb, thank you so much. He was able to get this match hosted. It happens. I said I think there's been one teams match before this that I wasn't able to do, but I've tried to get every other one. And then Chad also asked if he could have a co-host of his choosing. I said it depends. And I'm not going to tell you who his co-host is. I'm going to let him introduce it. So without further ado, Chad, take over.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another TMG singles match. I know we look a little different today. We are not Papa West. We are not anybody's dad in the family or whatever he says, but we are Chadwick Webb and Carrie Webb. We are hosting today's match, and we have a really good one for you today. We have the number 7 ranked competitor, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrely, facing off against, I believe, the number 26 ranked competitor, Ethan Hubbard, which is going to be a really, really interesting match. I know and have played Joe quite a bit. He is fierce. I've never seen Ethan play, but I'm excited to see if he can bring it today. Do you have any thoughts on this match?
I'm just excited to see it. I think this is going to be a great match.
Absolutely. All right. Well, without further ado, we'll go ahead and talk to them. Let's bring in first Joe Hot Fuzz Farrely. How's it going, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Last time I was here at TMG, we were having the first round, our first group stage match of the TM Geek tournament, David and I. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played in singles. Been a lot of geek, a lot of fandom lately, but yeah, it's nice to. I always find singles more relaxing, so I don't really compete at a title-winning level.
Yeah, I mean, when you're good like you in pretty much everything you do, it's it is kind of hard to keep up everything with every geek, singles, debate, all the stuff that you do. But you do it really well. So let's see if you can keep it up today and have a really good match. What are you thinking about your competitor today?
I've not seen much of Ethan. It's singles. That's the only thing about singles is it can go. It really is 50-50 because I know when I play in Geek and Fandom, I know I'm being asked questions about movies I have seen because I have seen all the movies that are eligible in those categories. Whereas you come into singles, you don't know what's coming up. But sometimes the levels of questions you do get in singles, there's a chance I saw a poster or I saw a trailer or I just remember, and you can do it. Like I play Fandom and Geek, I aim for 8, 9s, and 10s coming out around 1, 8 minimum. Here, when I play singles, as long as I get half them right in round 1, I'm usually happy.
Yeah, that's how it works. I feel you there. So all right, we're gonna bring in your opponent and talk to him now. Good luck in the match. All right, bringing in and introducing second, his opponent, Ethan Hubbard. How's it going, man?
It's good. It's good. Joe plays so many trivia matches, he forgets he's faced me twice already.
Oh.
Not on TMG. Not on TMG. We have one was a singles match. One was like a free for all type deal. But I did catch him on a lucky break in a regular singles competition, not a geek class. So we faced off and it was a good time. And what can you say? He got a perfect nickname, a perfect haircut, and he's just generally a good dude to compete against. So.
Yeah, I guess Joe goes into so many matches, plays so many times. He plays them, beats them. What's next? And it forgets people, I guess.
But always a consummate professional.
Oh, for sure.
Never anything else but that. I guess you asked me ahead of time if I had a nickname, and I should have just told you I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, even when you face Joe in debate, he's just really, really a nice guy. So let's see how you face up against them. Well, let's bring Joe back in here so then we can get started. TMG is a match that consists of 3 rounds. The first round is, just a regular round with 10 questions. We're going to ask you 10 questions in random singles general movie trivia. And if you are able to answer all 10 correct, get a perfect round, then you will get a bonus question out of it. I don't know if it happens a lot, but it's something to strive for. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for wrong answers. Just write down the answer, vocalize it to the best of your ability. And you have for the entire match 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Papa likes to come out and say that, he won't. You're wrong if you challenge, but I'm not going to be that guy. Honestly, I just hope there's nothing in here that's challengeable because I didn't write any of these questions, and we would have to look it up, I guess. But with that being said, we can get this match underway. Everyone is ready. Are there any questions?
Nope.
No.
All right. Good luck, players, and let's get this started. Your first question comes in the category of Alien/Predator. The character Rebecca Jordan is more commonly known by what name in the Alien franchise? Alien or Aliens? I know what your answer is.
Alien.
Of
For
course.
sure.
Same.
I'm a horror girl.
Yep.
I mean, it's a 5-star, 4.5-star situation we're talking about here. It is Alien for me, but it's 5, 4.5. They're both fantastic.
Great. Pins down. All right. And we'll go to Ethan.
Absolutely nothing. I'm horribly behind on that
And we'll
series.
go to Joe.
Thanks for starting off the fandom question. Newt.
Newt is the correct answer. All right. Moving on to question number 2 in the realm of 2010s. In The Martian, what does NASA satellite planner see that causes her to realize Mark Watney is still alive and stranded on Mars? Apologize if that's weird. If there's any technical glitches or you didn't understand something, then just ask for a technical. Yeah, The Martian's a pretty good movie, I guess. You haven't seen it, right?
No, we saw it together. In
Oh,
the theater.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll go to Joe this time.
Not sure. I said the vehicle has moved.
And Ethan.
Like the reflection of the vehicle or something like that had moved. I think his is better, more technical.
Well, it's weirdly worded because the answer is pictures of equipment being moved.
I think Joe's falls, but I think his is better. I had like the reflect. Yeah, that's
The
definitely
equipment being moved and reflections being moved. What would you say? What would be your ruling on this
I
one?
would say I don't know if the question writer was considering vehicles to be equipment. If so, I would say they both.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure when I answered it. So if it is
Honestly,
the vehicle, I would say I'm right. But if it's just equipment and not the vehicle, then
Honestly, I kind of want to give this to both of you because you both said something moved.
I
think
either none of us gets the point, or none, or one of us, or both of us do. I think that's
sounds good. Then you both get the point. Is the ruling from the host right now? Papa can be mad at us later, maybe.
handshakes all the way.
Moving on to question number 3 comes in another geek category, Star Wars. What is Finn's Stormtrooper designation? That's how you know that you're really nerdy if you know this type of question.
Yeah. I respect it though.
Definitely. I'm that nerdy with Harry Potter, just not Star Wars. Not as much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll go to Ethan
FN287.
and Joe.
FN2187.
Yep, FN2187 is correct. Ethan just missing one number there. Pretty heartbreaking, but moving on. Question number 4. In something I love, holiday movies. Who directed the 2019 Christmas rom-com Last Christmas? Haven't seen this one.
Me either.
I heard it's kind of cringe, but I don't know, maybe we should check it out because I kind of love silly, cheesy Christmas movies. So there you go.
We'll see. I feel like there's
5,
always a lot of Christmas
4,
movies we want to watch.
2, 1. All right, and we'll go to Joe
Paul Feig.
and Ethan.
I'd put Jay Baruchel.
Paul Feig is the correct answer. Question number 5. What famous location, or I'm sorry, 1990s. What famous location does most of 1996 action film The Rock take place at? We saw this movie. This is a good movie.
Yeah, this is a great
So,
movie.
like one of the only Michael Bay movies that I would say is probably a really great movie.
I think that unless I'm forgetting a movie, definitely his
4,
best movie,
3,
in my opinion.
2, 1. I'd say so. And we'll go to Ethan
Alcatraz.
and Joe.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz prison is correct. Now, moving on to question number 7 and Joe's strength, James Bond. Which film sees Sean Connery traveling to Japan? We're working our way through the old classic ones, but we just did a big Daniel Craig binge, and that was delightful.
Yeah.
Mostly delightful.
And when you say working our way through the old classics, You mean we haven't actually?
We've seen
started.
like 2 of them.
I've seen Thunderball.
4, 3.
Repeat, please.
Oh, and first repeat from Ethan. Which film sees Sean Connery traveling to Japan? Yeah, we have a lot to watch, but we're gonna get to it. We have the whole box set. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody tops Daniel Craig for us, though. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. 5, 4, 3.
No Time to Die is freaking fire.
So good. I agree. All right, Ethan. No, Joe. Sorry.
To quote Donald Pleasance, "You only live twice, Mr. Bond."
And Ethan.
And a lack of not embarrassing myself, I'm not going to put one up there because I realize I put a non-Sean Connery movie.
Totally fair. Totally fair. All right. You only live twice is the correct answer.
And yes, you're right. The most recent is a banger.
Yes, agreed. All right. And question number 8 comes in. Ethan's strength, Back to the Future. Great franchise. All right. How many games does it take for the Cubs to win the World Series against Miami? Didn't specify a movie in this, but I didn't write the question.
That is, I feel like, a very deep cut from Back to the Future.
Blame the writers. I'm sorry. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go to Ethan this time.
Nah, I'm wrong. Cubs in 6.
And Joe.
I don't know anything about baseball, whether this is high or low. 12.
We're looking for 4.
Yeah, there's an inherent problem with that question too, because Miami and the Cubs play in the same division, so playing against each other in the World Series is never going to happen.
Interesting. But I don't know.
Same league, sorry.
In the movie. So
Oh yeah, no,
we got it
no.
wrong in the movie. Anyways, moving on to
It's the
question
second movie.
number 9. Yeah. Sly and Arnie.
I wanted to pop in real quick. Carrie, it might be a deep cut. When you pick a strength of 3 movies, that happens. Also, it's the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Snakes. I believe they're the Snakes. Not a real baseball team. Suck it, Ethan.
Who plays Cohagen's enforcer Richter in Total Recall?
Gotta pop up one more time. Chat, it's Cohagen. Watch Total Recall, and you will know that. Sorry, guys. Hate to interrupt.
That's a name. Would you have pronounced that any better? Cohagens?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we'll go to Joe.
Haven't seen this one, so Jesse Ventura.
And Ethan.
Lou Ferrigno. Spelling's wrong.
We were looking for Michael Ironside. Final question in round 1 comes in, as usual, plot synopsis. A mysterious crime novelist becomes a suspect when she is linked to the brutal death of a rock star. Investigated by a homicide detective, she seduces him into an intense relationship. Meanwhile, the murder case becomes increasingly complicated when more seemingly connected deaths occur, including the detective's other lover. Can't say much without giving away any movie stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we will go to, I forget. I just say Ethan.
I got nothing, and I wasn't even going to bother using a repeat. That'd have been torture on you. That'd have been
All right,
mean.
and Joe?
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct is correct. And in fact, we actually made a mistake. I skipped over one of the questions, so we'll go ahead and ask it now at the end for your actual final question. And it comes in the category of Westerns. What actor is featured in the films High Plains Drifter, Magnum Force, and The Enforcer? I haven't seen any of these movies. I should study up on Westerns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go to Joe.
Clint Eastwood.
And Ethan. Clint
Eastwood.
Yeah, that's the big go-to with the Western genre.
How come he gets 2 questions in his strength of Back to the Future? Mr. Eastwood.
That's a...
all right, so now we're going to move on. Oh, actually, do we have a score update?
Yes, we do. So at the end of round 1, Joe has 8 points and Ethan has 3.
Okay, all right. There's a pretty big divide here, but still anyone's game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got 2 other rounds of play to go. Let's begin. Let's start with this. So round 2 is your normal wheel round. We have strengths from both competitors. I believe Joe's strength was James Bond, and Ethan's was Back to the Future. The other categories on the wheel are Alien, Predator, movie release dates, classics, spy movies, and Sly and Arnie, and then of course you have your spinners and opponent's choice. The player who is in the lead will choose if he wants to go first or defer. Once that happens, then we will do a wheel spin for whoever's going first. Whatever it lands on, that person has one option to see if they want to spin again or just keep it. If they spin again, whatever it lands on, then they will then be stuck with. Each question in this round is going to be worth 2 points unless you want to check down to multiple choice. Then it will be devalued to only 1 point. And opponents don't fall asleep because there are steals in this round. So with that, all that being said, we will ask Joe, do you want to spin first or defer?
It's one of those wheels that isn't horrible in singles. What was the score again? Just
8-3.
8-3.
Oh, yeah, I'll spin first.
Okay.
Spinning first.
Why change a winning formula?
Sounds good. Sure. So let's add that wheel to the screen. I did prime this a bunch of times. So
nice.
Let's go with your first spin, Joe. Here we go. Lands on spy movies. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Well, I'm fairly sure there's one spy genre that's not going to be in this category.
Perhaps.
There's 2 in there I really don't. 5 questions, yeah?
Yes, 5 questions.
So if I multiple choice everyone, get them right, he goes perfect, we're still tied. Yeah, we'll keep it. Why not?
All right. Keeping spy movies. Great. All right.
I like the mathematical thought on that one.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Let me scroll down
Spin first.
that section. And spy movies, it looks like, was written by our friend Brandon. So this should be fun. All right. We're going to begin now. So in the first question in spy movies. In Spy Kids, what is the name of the item that Floop and the agents of the OSS are looking for?
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, the third eye, B, the third ear, C, the third brain, or D, the third hand?
Well, the third eye is a thing, so why not? The third eye, final answer.
The third eye is incorrect, so we're going to go to Ethan for a potential steal here. I'll repeat the question and the responses, or the choices. In Spy Kids, what is the name of the item that Floop and the agents of the OSS are looking for? Is it A, the third eye, B, the third ear, C, the third brain, or D, the third hand?
Man, I should have paid more attention. We're going to try D, the third hand.
The third hand is also incorrect. We were looking for the third brain. Moving on to question number 2. Who plays CIA agent Rick Ford in 2015's Spy?
Which one's the CIA? Which one's MI6? It's going to be 2 of them, and they're both going to be on the multiple choice. So we'll punt forward. Jason Statham, final answer.
Jason Statham is correct for 2 points.
It makes more sense that Jude was.
That's a very funny movie, and he's very funny in it.
Funny.
That's underratedly funny, even.
Yeah. All right, question number 3 in spy movies. What city does the first mission take place in Mission Impossible?
Kiev, final answer.
Kiev is incorrect, so we're going to move to Ethan for a potential 2-point steal. What city does the first mission take place in Mission Impossible?
We're gonna say Moscow.
Moscow is also incorrect. We were looking for Prague.
Okay, I'm going to quickly throw out my challenge here. So the first mission, the main mission at the beginning where they're all killed, takes place in Prague. However, the very opening scene is them interrogating an agent in Kiev. It's the first time he rips off a mask. The opening scene, I would say, is the first mission because they're getting information, takes place in Kiev.
All right, so Joe has initiated his challenge, and we're going to cut here and just figure out what our ruling is, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back from the challenge. We actually watched the scene from the movie, looked it up on Wikipedia. It looks like Joe's response of Kiev is actually the correct one. They do start the movie in there, and I don't see why that wouldn't be counted as the first mission in Mission Impossible. So we're going to give Joe the 2 points for that question. Right, moving on. Question number 4, your penultimate in spy movies. In Kingsman: The Golden Circle, what kind of location do the statesmen use for their secret base?
Just call it a whiskey distillery.
Whiskey distillery is correct. That's exactly what we had on the dock for 2 points. And your final question in this category. What year saw the release of the spy comedy Top Secret? Tried to do that exclamation point.
Go for 2 or do we multiple choice? Yeah, multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, 1983, B, 1984, C, 1985, or D, 1986?
Well, the one I had in my head is there, so I'd be fool not to go with it. 1986, final answer.
1986 is incorrect, so we're going to Ethan for a potential 1-point steal. Ethan, what year saw the release of the spy comedy Top Secret? Is it A, 1983, B, 1984, C, 1985, or D, 1986?
I'm going to have to say C, 1985.
C, 1985 is also incorrect. We were looking for 1984.
Okay.
You know, I was deciding what spoof to watch yesterday. I went with Hot Shot instead. I nearly went for this.
All right. Oh, and I forgot to mention Joe does keep his challenge. I never said that. So perfect. All right. So moving on. Now we're going to go to Ethan's spin in this round. Do we have a score update?
1 second.
Sorry to catch you off the fly.
So right now the score before Ethan has taken his round 2 questions is 14-3.
14-3.
I have to get something right here.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you got to get something right. All right. So now we're going to go to, yep. So I got the wheel up there. All right. Here's your spin. The chain.
Let's just respin that one right now.
All right. Here we go.
Say it can't land on it again, Joe.
All right.
All right, well, let's roll with it.
All
I
right.
know I don't have a choice, but yeah, let's do it. That's good.
Movie release dates. This is always a fun one. Either you're really good at this or maybe not so much, or maybe you get it a year off all the time. It is what it is. All right. Movie release dates, Ethan. Your first question is, in what year did we see Captain Jack Sparrow come face to face with a notorious pirate Blackbeard?
Multiple choice, please.
Yeah. It's hard because we didn't give you a movie. Is it A, 2007, B, 2011, C, 2015, or D, 2017?
I'm gonna have to go with D 2017 because I don't know those.
D, 2017 is incorrect. We're going to go to Joe for a potential 1-point steal. In what year did we see Captain Jack Sparrow come face to face with the notorious pirate Blackbeard? Is it A, 2007, B, 2011, C, 2015, or D, 2017?
2011.
2011 is correct for a 1-point steal. Question number 2. What year saw the release of the films Anatomy of a Murder and The Wasp Woman?
Justin hopes I don't give Joe any more points. 1968.
1968 is incorrect, so we will go to Joe for potential 2-point steal. What year saw the release of the films Anatomy of a Murder and The Wasp Woman?
1953.
1953 is also incorrect. We were looking for 1959.
We were basically outside.
Yeah.
We cut it
They
6
were
years each
older
time.
movies. All right, question number 3. What year saw the release of the films Monsters, Inc. and Lara Croft Tomb Raider?
2001.
2001 is correct for 2 points. What year saw the release of Harold and Maude?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, 1968, B, 1969, C, 1970, or D, 1971.
B 1969.
1969 is incorrect. We're going to go to Joe for a potential 1-point steal. What year saw the release of Harold and Maude? Is it A, 1968, B, 1969, C, 1970, or D, 1971?
1971.
1971 is correct for 1-point steal. And the final question for Ethan's round here is, what film starring Liam Neeson was released in 1991?
Oh boy, I'm gonna multiple choice this because I have to get this point. So yeah, it's multiple choice.
Absolutely. All right. Is it A, Next of Kin, B, Dark Man, C, the Big Man, or D, Under Suspicion?
The only one of those I've seen is Dark Man, so we're gonna go with that, even though I think it's wrong.
And your winner with what is this? The TKO, KO? KO. Joe, Hot Buzz Farrely. We were looking for Under Suspicion was the correct answer there. So, all right, we'll go ahead and interview the winner, I believe, first. I don't know. It doesn't matter, does it? Joe, how are you feeling about your big win today?
Yeah, good. It was a nice round one in terms of just movies I've seen. Except for the Back to the Future 2, that was a deep cut question. Damn.
It was, yeah.
It's a TKO. So my bad.
Oh, TKO, sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. You have to get to round 3.
Yeah. Nobody got to round 3. That's not a super close match or very, very competitive, but
yeah. Like, I was disappointed that the second spin would have been James Bond, but thankfully the spy movies came up with there was a Marvel movie and there was a Mission Impossible movie, stuff that I am more familiar with. So, and Spy, which I love. I think Spy is a great film. So there was nice ways to get the points out on that. just movie release dates is a tough category, especially it's not just what you saw the release of now. It's this and this, or a plot point as well, throwing it in there. So yeah, a difficult movie release dates round, but yeah, feels good.
Yeah, I mean that's the case. Is you always want to like kind of spin your strength and have that moment to shine and be like, see, I do love these movies. But yeah, I mean, you landed on Spy and you navigated it very, very well. And yeah, he ended up on a category maybe he didn't really want all that much. It's almost like spinning opponent's choice in a way. But maybe if there were different movies of movie release dates, he would have had a better time. But it is what it is. Congrats on your win, and you, I believe, will go on to play Kirby French in the next match. What do you have any thoughts on that? Have you ever played him before?
No, I don't think I have. I have no idea what Kirby could be capable of. Might have to go and onto the backlog and see what I can find on YouTube of those matches, see what I can do. But it's singles. I'll do what I always do. I'll put something I'm familiar with on the wheel and see what comes up. When Jacob sends us the what's on the wheel and see if I need to do any work or not. Round one, you can't really. There's not much preparing you can do. You never know what's going to come up. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, except for he does, Papa, like to say that he throws in your strengths.
Yeah, I know that's true.
And he said, "Isn't that a crazy, interesting, novel concept?" Whatever Papa says, I'm trying to do his whole spiel. But yeah, definitely great job. Wish you the best of luck against Kirby. Anything you have for Joe?
Yeah, great match.
All right, short but sweet. Great match from Carrie. High praise. Great job. We're gonna kick you out and bring in the opponent or the second place finisher. Ethan, man, how are you feeling?
You know what? I'm not mad, not upset about anything. I got called into this as an alternate when I honestly did not play well enough to be here in the first place. So I'll cherish the opportunity that I was given. And hats off to Joe for just being like I said in the pre-show, consummate professional and one hell of a competitor. So very much like my regular sporting rooting interest, anytime somebody beats the team that I root for in the playoffs or whatever it is en route to something, I'm going to put my weight behind Joe and pull for him the rest of this tournament. But yeah, I'm not upset about it. I've spent the last couple of weeks preparing for some wrestling quizzes, so movies were not where my head was at. Not using that as an excuse. There are a lot of answers in there that I should have had, and yeah, I'm happy to be here, guys. That's
absolutely.
Really
I definitely forgot to mention at the top that you were an alternate that was brought in for other things. But yeah, I mean, seeing how you might have had like a limited amount of time to study, and
that round two was a tough. Those were tough movie release questions. They
were. I'm used to like you usually end up with round two, and you have this touch of like here's a very mainstream movie, and then here's one that you're not so sure about. So you're like, okay, well maybe it's kind of bordering on this, and those were all known movies, but not exactly front of the mind mainstream movies.
Yeah, so, even one of the questions was worded without the movie title, so you have to like think like what happens in each of these movies, and you
would have had to watch. I don't even know which Pirates came out in 2011, but I feel like it was pretty far 3 or 4 into the franchise.
It's a Dead Man's Chest or something like that. I got to the point where I'm like, I could tell you when or I think it was Dead Men Tell No Tales. But I could tell you when Black Pearl came out. I could tell you when Dead Man's Chest came out, and I could tell you when On Stranger Tides came out. And then once you get past that point, I'm like, I don't even know. I know there's 2 other movies in the series. I don't know when they came out.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you still played, pretty well, I thought, and
for sure,
it's just one of those things. You had a hard match.
No, it happens, and I appreciate. I mean, I'm not going to make the excuse of having limited amount of time to study. Everybody's got lives. Everybody has limited amount of time to study. This isn't our full time. This isn't a full time job for most of us. I don't know if it is for anybody anymore. But you guys came in. On short notice, and I think you guys did a fantastic job. So it's it's all the way around. It's a team effort to make this kind of thing happen.
Very, very true. Well, best of luck in your future trivia endeavor.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again up in the singles, maybe once the tournament's over. And thank you for playing.
Thank you.
You out, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right. Do you have any last words for the match?
Yeah, that was a great match. I think we saw some very tough questions there. So great job on both parts of the competitors.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're really easy, sometimes they're really hard. Sometimes you get a spin you love, sometimes you don't. That is the name of the game. Unfortunately, it worked really great for Joe, it feels like, but not as much for Ethan. We didn't get to round 3. I kind of wish we did, because maybe that would have been like really super exciting. But I still think this was a pretty fun match. Some really interesting, fun questions came up. Yeah. A lot of really good strategy was played, and Joe came out the victor. Definitely, congrats to him. Wish him well in the rest of the tournament. And wish myself well in the rest of the tournament. Whenever I get another match, we'll see. I don't know if it'll ever happen. It's been a long time going with this tournament, but definitely had a good time hosting. Make sure you watch a lot of the other matches, because they're really great. Like and subscribe to TMG Trivia channel, because there's a lot of good stuff on there. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Chad, Carrie, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the Uncle Chad and Aunt Carrie concept y'all had going on. The way it started, I was really hoping y'all would make the comment of Chad being like, "I'm not anyone's dad. Yet we're pregnant." That would have been great. Unfortunately, you weren't able to announce a pregnancy on this video. You keep trying, and I'll give you a video to announce it on. Sure. I do want to say real quick, as far as the Back to the Future question, the only one that was asked, because we only got to ask one. If you know anything about baseball, baseball series are best of 7, so it's anywhere from 4 to 7. So kind of deep cut. I will admit. But you know anything about baseball, it's one of 4 numbers. And there's that scene where Marty's kind of walking around 2015. He sees the sign, and it's Cubs sweep Miami. And you see the snake kind of slithering away. But hey, I don't have to defend my questions. I think everyone here did a great job. Joe with the 3rd knockout of the tournament, going on to take on someone else who has a knockout, Kirby French, who knocked out Matt Beer. Very excited to see that happen. Or not excited to see that happen. I'm excited to see that match whenever that takes place. I'm excited to see that happen later on down the road. Chad, don't worry. You are the number 1 seed. You will be the first 2nd round match booked. Green room created. No idea when you'll actually get that match, though. Sorry. Ethan, thank you so much for coming. People say short notice. You had like 2 weeks. I'll let you know that I gave you the option if you wanted to do it. I said it would be in about 2 weeks, because I still have to write. I only had to write 1 category, and actually someone else wrote that category for me. Brandon Dunlap, thank you so much for writing that category. But definitely do not hold your head down with that loss. I thought you did very well. Movie release dates is tough. Fun fact, I only write movie release dates when douchebags like Aaron Knoll use it as a strength. So I purposefully make it a little bit harder to kind of get people to not use it as a strength. Unfortunately, people still do that. And you can ask Mr. Cannoli. Yes, I give you questions that do not give you the title sometimes. At least one, to make you think, to make you quit using movie release dates as a strength. So, Ethan, I would love to see you again. I'd love to actually be on a call with you, hopefully one of these days. Because hey, if you're willing, I will throw in another TMG match. But that's all we have today. Keep on the lookout. We do have more trivia, more tournament matches coming out very soon. I always talked about doing some kind of undercard stuff too. Some non-tournament matches for the people who got eliminated, also the people who didn't get their name spun on the wheel. Start looking for that to happen very soon. I have a teams match that I'm working on right now, kind of introducing the new round three rules. I'll have a couple matches out with the new rule before we actually get into round 2, because that is when the rule of round number 3 changes. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a video somewhere where I talk about it. Also, watch the very first one. It's going to be Team 21% versus Space Pain. Henry Sanchez and Jay Burns returning after a very fun match against Dub Kings. And then one of the oldest teams that's been around, Ryan Payne, our champion, and his partner Alan Shepard. So very excited to see that. So keep your eyes out. That's coming out soon. Do you have a couple? I don't want to quite announce them yet because I need to make them first. I have one that's going to be very fun, though. And I say very fun because I have a couple ideas that I'm going to do for that one. It's going to be great. It is going to be great. And y'all are all going to love it. So anyways, for Chad, for Carrie, not pregnant, by the way. Don't take that. My joking as they're pregnant. They're not, to my knowledge. Thank you so much for Joe. Congrats on the win, and for Ethan. Better luck next time. And everyone at TMG Trivia, have a good one. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And don't do movie release dates as a strength. I will tell you that one. Everything else, I don't really care. Not your dad. But it could be your papa. But do not use movie release dates as a strength.